Hi, I'm Haleem and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how I make my Bangladeshi beef curry. This curry is a staple back home in Bangladesh with tons of spices and hours of slow cooking. You'll be coming back for seconds every time. So let's get started. I'm going to start off by chopping some white onions. You'll need about 1.5 medium onions for 2 pounds of beef. A rough chop is fine, it'll melt into a sauce by the end anyway. Next, prepare your beef. The best cuts to use are the tougher, cheaper cuts. What you want is a lot of connective tissue, which has collagen that breaks down with low and slow cooking and turns into a gorgeous gelatin, which not only makes the meat moist and tender, but also gives great body to your sauce. Cut the meat into fairly uniform chunks. I like them large, but you do you. I'm also keeping all the fat on there for extra flavor. It turns soft and squishy and so delicious. Next, I'm going to dry fry and grind about 1 teaspoon each of cumin and coriander seeds. Dry frying really brings out the flavor. Toast them on medium heat while stirring continuously. I'm touching them to see exactly how hot they are, but don't burn yourself trying to do the same. You can also shake instead of stir. As soon as it's fragrant, take it off the heat and out of the pan. There is no saving burnt spices. Let it cool down and then get to grinding. Grinding whole spices tastes much better than its pre-ground counterpart. But feel free to use the powder. I usually do too because nobody's got the time to do this every day. Grind it to as fine a powder as you can. Now to the actual cooking. Pour some oil into a pan. I'm using like half vegetable oil and half mustard oil. Mustard oil is huge in Bangladesh. We use it to flavor a lot of our dishes. We're going to fry our spices to release their oils. Make sure your oil is not too hot. I'm taking about 5 pods of cardamom. You want to pop the top of the pod open by pressing them between your fingers or just biting them in true Bengali style. Then 2 black cardamom pods. Feel free to use all green and make sure you pop them open the same way. 2 big cinnamon sticks, some mace, about 7 cloves, 8 black pepper pods, 4 bay leaves, and just 4 or 5 fenugreek seeds. Fry them for a little bit just until aromatic, making sure not to burn them. Then take them out of the pan. Cut a piece of cheesecloth, making sure to use a few layers so that the tiny spices don't fall out. If you don't have any problems avoiding the spices while you eat, you can skip this step. Most Bengalis are pros at avoiding biting into one of these suckers because it is not fun. Tie it up into a neat little package and there you go, no more biting into a dreaded cardamom. Now into the same oil you fried your spices in, put in all of the chopped onions. Fry them on medium heat till golden brown. And take some time to annoy your cat, because they're on your table annoying you. Once your onions are golden brown, add in 2.5 tablespoons each of onion paste, ginger paste, and garlic paste. Just cut up your ginger, garlic, and onion and blend with a little bit of water to make the pastes. Add in more oil if it's a little dry. I use as little as I can for myself, but the more you use, the better it'll taste. You'd usually use enough for all this to be floating in the oil, but I'm eating this all week and I really don't want to. You can also shake it around if you're tired of stirring. Still a little too dry, so I'm going to add a little bit more mustard oil. Once the raw ginger garlic smell is gone, add in a little bit of water. The water will keep the ground spices from burning as you add them all. Add 1.25 teaspoon each of cumin, coriander, garam masala, turmeric, and red chili powder. Keep stirring, adding water every time the masala is at risk of burning until the spices don't have a raw smell anymore. The more time you spend on this part, the better your curry will taste. You can also tell you're done when the oil separates and rises to the top. A little more oil to accommodate the ground spices, and then you're ready to put your beef in. Stir until every piece is coated, and then just like the masala, you're going to spend some time on this, remembering to scrape the bottom and the sides to keep the masala from burning, and adding a little bit of water when needed. When you're finally too tired to stir anymore, add in your cheesecloth full of spices and some salt to taste. Put on a lid and simmer on low heat for 2.5 to 3 hours. Add some tomatoes if you want, and if you like cilantro, you can chop up just the roots from a bunch, grind it up, and add it in for some extra flavor. Check on it every 30 minutes to make sure it's not sticking to the bottom, while trying not to eat all the delicious sauce like me. Add some more water if needed. Next, I'm going to make a fresh onion pickle by mixing half white vinegar and half water with some salt and sugar. Cut your onions into quarters, peel, and slice into however thick you want your pickle. Add it into your pickling liquid and let it rest until you're ready. I do about an hour. Usually you would eat this curry with some rice or some kind of bread. I'm going to be serving it with sour cream mashed potatoes instead. Add tons of salt to the water, and I also like adding some sugar for flavor. I'm using Yukon Gold potatoes because I love the flavor and texture. Start with cold water and cover to heat it to a boil faster. After about 45 minutes, check your potatoes. If a fork goes in very easily, it's done. Peel your potatoes if you want. I usually don't, but I want to make this pretty. Add some salt and pepper, a few slices of unsalted butter, a little milk, and a bit of sour cream. Mash it with a fork and mix well. Make sure to give it a taste and adjust. The beef is almost done, so I'm going to get the finishing touches ready. Chop up some cilantro and slice some green peppers. The oil in the curry should be floating on the top if it's done. Check a piece to see if it's tender. Take out the spice pack and squeeze to get those juices out. Add the cilantro and chilies to the curry just a few minutes before it's done. And there you have a beautiful Bangladeshi beef curry. Goes amazingly with rice or with breads to mop up all that delicious sauce. If you want, you can drain the excess oil of the curry before you serve, preferably with a spoon, but I'm lazy. Now that everything's done, I'm going to start plating. I'm going to use a spoon to put down the potatoes first, creating a dent in the middle to hold the sauce. Then, pile on your beef all nice and pretty. Add some chilies and more fresh coriander, and top with the pickled red onion after you soak up the excess moisture in a paper towel. How gorgeous is that? This would be great for a date night or just a fun dinner. I can't wait to dig in. Just look at how tender the meat is. The fat right here is going to be delicious. I'm gonna grab a little bit of everything on my fork. Oh, that's good. If you liked this video, please like, comment, and share to support my new channel. And don't forget to subscribe for more videos from me every week. You can also follow me on Instagram at Haleem Eats to see what I'm cooking all the time. And leave me little comments here if you want me to cook anything you see there. See you guys next week. Bye!